to the cut line, considering how well you ran virtually the entire race last week?
I mean, no, because I knew DNF. So honestly, I was surprised that I was still above the cut line. So yeah, no, just yeah. I mean, you got to treat every race in the playoffs like a new one, and you're based off of how you performed the week before. So we were really fast last week, but didn't finish where we wanted to. So we'll just have to fight these next 2 weeks.
Is there any different feeling of the pressure coming into Talladega, considering it's not necessarily everything's in your control here?
I don't know. I mean, if I would have won last week, I wouldn't feel any pressure this week. But yeah, that's not the case. So I think anybody who's not locked in feels some sort of pressure here, just with the uncertainty of how the race always ends up here. So we'll see. Yeah, our race car is always really fast. Just got to continue to execute and stay up front like we have been at super speedways, and hopefully it'll work out for us eventually.
So at this point, do you stage point race, or are you just out there trying to win anytime you can?
I think you're always trying to run up front. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you want every driver in the field, like William, I'm sure he wants to win stages too. So yeah, I mean, I don't think the game plan changes one bit with the finish that we had last week.
So how do you deal with that and be that aggressive at such a wild card race like Talladega, and then the Roval where some unknowns can very easily happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think this race, I don't think you can be aggressive and get to the front. I think you just have to out-execute other drivers and teams, on saving fuel and executing good green flag pit stops, all of that stuff. I don't think it's really hard, if not impossible, to go, from 20th to the lead in a run. So it's just about executing, and hopefully we can do a good job executing well.
And we saw last round, Truex almost got eliminated, and Logano did. So when you kind of see that, do you more lean towards trying to fight during the middle of the race or be aggressive during the middle of the race? Because Christopher Bell is in here saying everyone's trying to work together to get to the end. So how do you fight for those valuable points that could be the make or break when the Roval comes to the end?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think you just don't want to, have a bad race tomorrow where you are in a must-win situation or have to have something crazy happen at the Roval to advance. So I think like I said, just trying to execute to be up front, towards the front, at the ends of every stages, or at the end of every stage, and then ultimately the end of the race. So, but if not, I mean, you just got to try and get the best finish possible.
How comfortable are you going into the Roval? What are your expectations there?
I don't know. I mean, we typically run pretty well there. I made a mistake last year and cost myself advancing. So, but I know a race car will be fast. We've been fast everywhere this year. So, and I don't even think we were that good last year. So I know we'll be much better this time around. So, yeah, if we can get through this week and clean, I feel good about putting in a solid effort next week.
You've known Jeff and TJ a long time. What do you think about the moves that they've made lately and where they want to take Spire?
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool to see. I mean, I think a lot of people, probably myself included, thought that it was just, I don't even know what the word is, but when they got into the charter industry and bought the 78 unit, we all didn't take it that serious. They were just gonna, sell it off someday and use it, every investment.
Buy an island somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't think that they were gonna run a legit team, and they've done a really good job to prove all of that differently, and we got to win a truck race for them earlier this year. So they're trying really hard to have a legit organization, and I respect that a lot. And Jeff and TJ, they're both very smart individuals and scrappy hard workers. I used to be at Spire Sports Entertainment in my beginnings of my racing career, so I know how hard they work, and they come up with off-the-wall ideas too, and it usually works out for them.
Lernerville was obviously a new experience for Dale Jr. How fun was it just to see someone who's been in as many races as he has experience something out of his element?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to spend a ton of time with him once the night started, but I did talk with him a little bit, during the night, and it seemed like he was having a really good time. You're kind of taking it all in, getting up close to the track and seeing the speed of the cars and all of that. And I mean, just seeing how he deals with the race fans and stuff is incredible. Like I've never been around a scene as hectic as that. People following him around. So, but yeah, I think he had a really good time, and I was just very, fortunate us as a series to have him come and be a part of it and help promote what we're doing.
Was there did you guys ever talk about how you run your series versus how he runs the car tours or anything like that, back and forth?
When we did that Dale Jr. download thing, he was asking Brad a lot of the business type of questions, but it didn't get super in depth in that. I think that's probably more of a conversation off camera.
I didn't know if you guys had that conversation.
No, we didn't. We really did. Everything was so bang, bang, bang fast. I mean, he got there, we signed autographs for 30, 45 minutes, then went straight to the Dale Jr. download thing, and then straight to the driver's meeting, and straight to the car for engine heat, and then the night was going. So didn't really have time to discuss all that, but I'm sure if we were to talk again, we would get into those details.
So Audrey, have anything she wants to add?
I told her that you guys weren't going to ask her any questions.
When you have a race like Texas, how long does it take you to get over it, with everything at stake? Is it pretty quick? Is it going to the next thing, or is it something you kind of rehash?
I don't know. I think obviously I was upset with myself and bummed that I made a mistake, I guess, and just got caught off guard with the situation. I didn't think that I would get sucked around like that, but I don't know. I mean, I was pretty over it. We had a lot of time to kill, waiting to shoot the 300 win pictures. So it was good to just kind of relax in the hauler and get some quiet time, I guess. And so I was pretty much over it by then, and it helps too when your race car is extremely fast. So but that also adds some sort of disappointment too, that I didn't capitalize at least on a good finish. But I think in the playoffs you just got you can't look in the past too much. You gotta take whatever last week gave you and try to adjust, and you'll recover the following week.